Today I thought I'll share a frickin' incident. There was this one guy who called me for coaching inquiry. So to start with, I asked him a bunch of questions about his diet, his sleep routine, his daily schedule, about his work, his family background, to know whether he is a broke, rich, or middle class person, about his addictions, and a bunch of other things. So, this person was unemployed. He belonged to a middle class family and he did not have the money to afford a freaking gym membership. It seems that he had an elliptical cross trainer at his home where he did his daily dose of cardio and this caused him knee issues. He also said that he is too broke to afford a gym membership, which is kind of obvious because you're unemployed, and I'm okay with that. When I asked him his history of diseases, he was a fairly healthy person, but he was overweight. So his main goal was to lose weight and look a bit more leaner. And he also complained that he had a bit of gyno. He also told me that he used to train at home with a pair of bottles filled with sand, and according to me, this approach is absolute bullshit. So, when I asked him about his history of addictions and other deleterious habits he has, he told me that he used to smoke and still smokes multiple times a day, averaging up to 3 to 4 times per day. And his sleep schedule is absolutely messed up because he sleeps around 3 a.m. in the frickin' morning and wakes up around 9 a.m. in the frickin' morning. This averages to 6 hours of sleep per day, and upon this, he smokes 3 to 4 times per day and he has multiple doses of caffeine in the form of coffee. I was pretty much shocked because you were the same guy who told that I do not have money to afford gym membership, but you have the money to smoke 3 to 4 times a day along with your bunch of lazy broke ass friends that are clearly driving you into the field of an absolute failure. ये है आजकल के लौंडों का reality. It's sad that people have the money to afford a freaking cigarette because you get that freaking dopamine rush and you're kind of addicted to it, and you do not have the money to afford a basic gym membership which will cost you around 600 to 800 rupees per freaking month. So what corrections can this guy do? He definitely needs to lower the dose of his daily cigarette puffs, and he definitely needs to lower down his caffeine intake and needs to definitely fix his freaking sleep schedule. Smoking cigarettes is highly carcinogenic and tobacco is a group 1 carcinogen, which is it falls under the category of substances that is bound to cause cancer. I think sleeping around 6 hours per day is okay provided you are not mouth breathing throughout your sleep or snoring throughout your 6 hours of sleep. But I think you can increase on your sleep to 7 to 8 hours per day. He definitely needs to reduce his caffeine intake, that is freaking obvious, and consuming caffeine before 12 p.m. is recommended. So consume all your coffee shots before the afternoon and please avoid coffee shots after 4 p.m. So if you're broke and you need to build a good physique, you can definitely, but you need to invest at least 100 rupees per day on your freaking diet. Food sources like soya chunks, dalia, milk powder, eggs, and even chicken does help hit your daily dose of protein at a lower budget. If you can slightly push your budget, maybe consider investing on a good quality plant protein like NAC brown rice and pea protein isolate or NAC soy protein isolate powder. If you cannot afford a gym membership, you have your freaking body weight. Learn calisthenic movements, pull-ups, push-ups, decline push-ups, incline push-ups, handstand push-ups if you are pretty athletic, pistol squats, bodyweight lunges, bodyweight split squat, bodyweight hip thrusts, bodyweight sumo squats, and the list goes on. You can train your triceps with the help of diamond push-ups, Sphinx push-ups, and narrow grip push-ups. For back, you should consider investing on a pull-up bar because it's difficult to train your back with bodyweight exercises on the goddamn floor. If you can expand your freaking budget, consider investing on a adjustable dumbbell set which you'll get at an affordable price on Flipkart. As I always preach, you need progressive overload and mechanical tension to grow a goddamn muscle. So as I told, you can do standing calf raises and then switch to unilateral calf raises to train your calves. Then you can do soleus raises to train your soleus, and to train this portion of the calf, which is called as the tibialis anterior, you can do tibialis raises. While performing the bodyweight exercises, you usually tend to hit a wall, so you will have to switch to a full-fledged gym in the future. So what about cardio? Walk more, okay? Just walk. You do not need to buy a treadmill or an elliptical cross trainer to get your daily dose of cardio. Or maybe do your daily chores, wash your clothes, sweep the room, mop the room, go work in your farm if you have one. Or maybe walk to the shops, walk to the nearby stores, use the steps of your freaking terrace to walk up and down. While going out, use stairs instead of using an escalator or an elevator. Increasing your NEAT, that is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, is crucial. So stay more active and you'll definitely burn more calories. Exercise builds muscle. So if you want to build muscle, you will have to indulge in resistance training. And for fat loss, caloric deficit is crucial. If you can weigh your food, that is well and good. Track your calories, that is awesome. But if you can't do all these time consuming things, you can try intuitive eating. Reduce your amount of food and you will see pounds dropping down the weighing scale. Sleep is absolutely crucial. Assume a person who is training 6 days a week. Optimal freaking training, he's progressively overloading. His diet is on point. His cardio is on point, but his sleep is all messed up. He will not gain freaking muscle or lose fat. That is 100% true, no cap. Supplements like creatine monohydrate and whey protein concentrate definitely helps, but if you are broke, you cannot afford that. So stick to alternatives like milk powder, soya chunks, chicken, eggs, and you can consume plant protein isolate powders if you can afford one. Stay away from all the deleterious things like alcohol, smoking, late night chatting, late night partying, going behind girls, investing hours and hours of your precious life chasing girls. Avoid all this if you want to lose weight and build muscle. I'm pretty sure people might come up with the argument that there are guys who get sloshed every freaking night and they have an impressive physique. But when you get a random blood test of these freaking people, you might observe that they have a deranged liver, their LFT markers is all messed up, their lipid profile is all messed up, and they are pretty much enhanced. They are on TRT, they are on fat loss drugs like Ozempic maybe, they might be taking their shots of clenbuterol, Anavar, Tren, and yeah, that's why they have a freaking impressive physique. But they're slowly deteriorating their freaking health because they are on recreational drugs and they are on muscle building drugs. So it's a recipe for disaster. To conclude, I would like to say that in order to build muscle and lose fat, you need to enjoy the process. A person who likes to lift weights will definitely build more muscle than a person who is hiring a personal trainer who has a freaking dietitian. But he ought to make less visible results because he does not like the process of lifting weights. A person who likes to walk reaches the destination faster than a person who likes the freaking destination. I think Sam Sulek said this, and this is absolutely true. So to put the final nail in the coffin, enjoy the freaking process. Do not bitch about your current situation. Make things work. Most of the bodybuilders on the top stage like Mr. Olympia started off broke, okay? Put in the hard work, stay consistent, be patient because Muscle building is a freaking marathon. I'm not a super jacked dude, but I have definitely built a good amount of muscle. Comparing my pictures, the current pictures to my 15-year-old, I have definitely packed on a good amount of muscle. So enjoy the process, be patient, love what you do, okay? Be patient, that is freaking important. Be consistent, okay, to actually see the results and put in the effort, put in the hard work, and have a good work ethic. I hope this message sinks in, and until then, peace out.
देखिए एक तो बेसिक ट्रिक है, एक तो लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए महाकाल का दबाकर लाइक और शेयर ठोक दीजिए 5,000 लौटे दिख जाना चाहिए। ये 4,000 के लिए मैं यहाँ पे नहीं खड़ा हूँ, पूरा साल मेहनत करता हूँ आपके लिए बेटा। ऐसा नहीं चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं चलेगा। लाइक ठोकी दबा के, लाइक ठोकिए। यहाँ पे देखिए ऐसा क्वेश्चन चुटकी बजाते